X3 was first launched back in 2003, it wasn't one of the most beautiful cars out there, nor was the second generation. But here, my friends, is a game changer. What is up, you guys? Master Cars Review here, and today we have the all-new 2018 BMW X3. Now, as always, this is gonna be full in-depth review of the BMW X3. We're gonna start it up, get an exhaust clip, do some revs, then go on a full in-depth interior review, then go on a full exterior walk around. And as you guys saw from the cinematic shots, we not only got one brand new X3 to review for you guys, but two, the X3 xDrive30i and the new performance M40i. Big thanks to BMW Lebanon for providing us with BMW's new SAV. BMW has sold more than 1.5 million X3s since 2003, and this 2018 model is here to continue the chapter of success with improved looks and high-end interior. And speaking of interior, let's go ahead and get inside. The new X3 comes as standard with this newly redesigned key fob, which is noticeably heavier than previous generation keys. And then we've got the optional display key, which feels very expensive in the hand. Now, you can use it to see your security info, vehicle info, mobility info, and climate settings. So getting in the 2018 BMW X3. Now, this BMW style interior has been out for quite some time now. A lot of you guys may agree that it's dated. Yet, I contradict that. Because even though it's been out for a while now, this interior is very luxurious to say the least, and surprisingly new. I mean, with every small detail improved, the interior is refreshed. And I honestly think that the BMW interiors are one of the few cars that make you feel that you're in full control of the vehicle, like the slightly tilted dashboard towards the driver, and it's all driver focused. Now, the new X3 comes as standard with the new updated Idrive system, the Idrive 6.0, which has gesture control and voice control, and it's also response to touch. Now, the seats, by the way, are very snug, they're very comfortable, and you have a relatively low seating position. I mean, you feel like in a sports car, and that's especially in the M40i. Now, the steering wheel, it's a 3-spoke multi-function leather wrap steering wheel. You have this beautiful aluminum accents right here, and you have all your controls with Bluetooth and cruise control. Beautiful paddle shifters behind the steering wheel. Now you have big 10 and 2 notches. They feel very nice in the hands, especially in the M40i, which I'm going to show you in a few. And then the 9 and 3 grip is quite well too. The steering wheel is a beautiful one. I really like the updated steering wheels that they're doing. Very, very sporty, even the standard one. Now in the M40i, you can directly feel the difference. I honestly love the steering wheel in this X3. The horn area is superb with very fine stitchings. It is actually 95% similar to the new F90 M5 steering wheel, which benefits from even bigger 10 and 2 notches and an overall design to die for. I would have liked though the addition of M stitchings on the wheel. Adding to the luxury of the vehicle is the 12.3-inch new optional multifunction instrument display. Because BMW replaces the old-fashioned analog displays with the virtual ones, it gives the driver a very easy way to read and receive all necessary information while driving. It also looks great with the clear and crisp graphics. The addition of the aluminum circles is a very, very nice touch. We first saw how the digital display changes color based on driving modes in the BMW i8, and now it is available in the X3. Now we switched to the M40i, and as you can see the beautiful steering wheel, we're going to start the car up, and you should listen to to that Turbo 6. The new BMW X3 comes with 5 engine configurations, 3 petrol and 2 diesel. Now the X3 xDrive30i that we've got here has a 2-liter turbo 4 which kicks 248 horsepower and 350 Nm of torque, while the M-badged X3 that we've got right here has a 3-liter turbo 6 from the BMW M2 which kicks 355 horsepower and a hefty 500 Nm of torque. The X3 has an 8-speed automatic transmission and comes standard with all-time all-wheel drive. The 30i sprints from 0 to 60 in 6 seconds flat, while the M40i does it in 4.6 seconds. And that's even though the car weighs more than 1.88 tons. Now coming on, turn off the dashboard, you have this screen in the middle. You can go standard with this one, or you can opt for the bigger screen. Then again, this beautiful trim that you have, it has really nice touch to it, feels very luxurious. Then coming on here, piano black, you have all your radio commands with the climate control right here. And you know, since it's updated, let me just turn on the car, you have this writing right here, the screen, which is very nice. And then X3 emblem right here, you have cup holders with a small storage space right here. Then you've got your gear shifter, an 8-speed automatic gearbox with your driving modes, the Sport, Comfort and Eco Pro. We're going to be talking into that later in the video. And you have your park assist and your hill descent assist, parking brake, and again this beautiful trim next to the iDrive controller. Now as for storage space goes in the X3, first of all you have this center console which is very nice, leather wrapped, nicely padded, and it's quite big, fair enough size. You can put a lot of stuff, and you can option it with a wireless phone charging, which this car unfortunately doesn't have. And then, as you might have seen, the ambient lighting, which is gorgeous on this car. Then you have your glove box, which is a bit small, not as big as I imagined, but it does the job great. And then the door bins, let me talk about the door bins. The door bins are fair enough, they're big, you can fit big bottles of water right here, and with a small book or something like that. And then, speaking of storage space, let's go ahead and check out the trunk, shall we? The X3 comes with an automatic tailgate, which can be activated in several ways, including the hands-free tailgate access, in which you put your foot under the rear bumper and the boot opens. It's very helpful when you're carrying objects. The boot space is 550 liters, which increases to 1,600 liters with the rear seats folded. The boot cover can now be stored in your car. And as you can see, you have more space to store even more stuff under there. One of the main upgrades of this new generation X3 is the infotainment touchscreen. I can assure you that the Idrive system is one of, if not the best system in the market. It is simple and clear, intuitive and fast, and with the addition of gesture control, it makes the whole experience excellent, and you will never have to remove your eyes off the road. And speaking of that, the new fully colored BMW head-up display projects all necessary information into the driver's field of vision. It shows current speed, navigation direction, speed limit, telephone and entertainment lists. You can also control the iDrive with your usual controller to scroll between settings. With this screen, we're going to touch on 4 main features: ambient lighting, 360 surround view, parking assist, and driving modes. Ambient lighting. As you guys saw earlier, the all-new X3 features ambient lighting, which includes ambient control lighting in the front and rear doors, creating a relaxed and cozy lighting atmosphere in the interior. You can choose from 6 dimmable light designs: white, blue, orange, bronze, lilac, and green, with each available with white contour. about lights, there's a welcome light carpet that illuminates the area in front of the doors. Surround view. We've seen this feature before, but it still impresses me till now. It looks like you're outside the car, walking around it, which is very helpful when going in tight spaces or while parking your vehicle. And speaking of parking, here is the Parking Assistance Plus. This is by far my best feature of this car. I'll show you a small video available in the Idrive System which explains how the car parks itself.
It does this by monitoring how far away you are from an object. Acoustic signals are emitted as you approach the object. The distance can also be visualized schematically on the control display.
As you saw in that short animation, the car detects a suitable parking space using its many sensors. When the parking space is found, you engage your turn signals first and hit the button on the center console. And that is it. You let the car do its work. Driving modes. Now, previous BMW owners know that you have got 3 driving modes: the Sport, Comfort, and Eco Pro. We all know that the Eco Pro is targeted towards efficiency more than power and driving pleasure. And then you've got your standard mode for your standard daily driving. And then there's the Sport button. Now, talking about the driving modes, you have the Sport. When you put it in Sport, you have Sport Plus and Standard. And you can configure it the way you want. You can also put Sport Display. And as I said, you can change like the steering, put it in Comfort, but then the engine you want it in Sport. And you can personalize it the way you want. Now the front fascia is new for 2018. It's all about power and presence. Now as you can see, you have a cleaner styling with the redesigned front bumper, as well as integrated LED fog lamps, which look great honestly. As you have on most BMWs, this very sporty hood, you have these sculpted lines with very nice curves, which add to the sportiness of the car. Then your huge, bold kidney grills, and they've also added wider air intakes for the airflow. And also new, you have this adaptive LED headlamps, which offer better lighting and of course more safety. And as you can see on the side, you have these pronounced shoulder lines, which also add to the sportiness of the vehicle. Now new for 2018, you have this shark-like gills on the side. And then coming on to the wheels, you have 20-inch 5-spoke wide designed rims, which are very nice, and they look sleek on the M40i. Though the X3 follows the same DNA as its siblings at the front, it is at the rear that we see a new, refreshed BMW. The LED taillights emphasize the width of the rear, and I really like their 3D look. The M40i, of course, gets the M treatment with a mean-looking roof rear spoiler. This new SAV is a major leap over its predecessor in terms of design. You can actually see how the headlights were upgraded, kidney grills enlarged, front bumper redesigned, and fascia made stronger. The main change at the rear are the taillights. My personal opinion? I really dig the new X3, much more than the previous one. And if I was in the market for a sports activity vehicle, as BMW calls it, I would definitely buy the X3, and more precisely, the M40i. There is something about this car that I love. Maybe due to its modern aggressive looks, or maybe its exhaust notes with these awesome burbles, or the fact that you can literally use the X3 in every possible situation. But I really am a big fan of the X3. And if you guys want a performance SAV, look no further. So guys, that's it for today. If you've enjoyed it, make sure to like and subscribe and help me reach 1,000 subscribers. Now, as you guys may know, I reviewed the Audi Q5 and the Stelvio, so tell me what you prefer in the poll right here. Tell me what you vote between the X3, Q5 and Stelvio. And till then, take care everybody. See you soon.